Well, we have more snow on the way. Well, we won't see the biggest snowfall totals in the Twin Cities. They'll be pretty close, and there are some trends to watch in some of the computer models, plus maybe some colder air next week. So quite the surge of moisture to watch here on satellite and radar with this system centered well to the south here near Oklahoma and Kansas. But look at this plume of imagery on radar, and also you can see the texture in the cloud cover. This is visible satellite imagery. When you see that, you know that air is bubbling upward. So winter weather advisories for the Twin Cities. We are not in the winter storm warning area. We could see some shifts in some of this, however, but much of southern and southeastern Minnesota is in that winter storm warning. Takes effect this evening into tonight and tomorrow morning, because that's where we have the best chance of seeing more than 6 inches of snow. And this is what the models look like. Some of these are starting to shift, though, a bit. All of them generally agree on the heaviest being in southern and southeastern Minnesota, basically along I-90 and then through southeastern Minnesota. So here's midnight snow starting in the Twin Cities, heavy snow falling along I-90, and then heading into the early morning hours. This is when we'll see our heaviest snow, probably about 1 to 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. in the Twin Cities. So that morning commute's going to not be fun tomorrow. All wrapping up by the mid-afternoon. The accumulating snow will really be done by mid-morning, but we'll see some scattered snow showers into probably the middle of the afternoon tomorrow. So the way it's looking, 4 or 5 inches probably for the Twin Cities, 3 if you're in the northern suburbs, but maybe some 5-6 inch amounts in the southeastern suburbs, but over a half foot across southern Minnesota. But there are some shifts in the models we'll need to watch. This isn't set in stone just yet, but the NAM model, one of those we've been watching yesterday evening, heaviest to the south, still heaviest totals to the south and southeast, but it's starting to spread the moisture more towards us and pushing up the totals a little bit in the Twin Cities. So we'll have to watch that. But Clipper system comes through Monday. That'll be the next thing to speak of. Won't do much, but some light snow possible Sunday night into Monday. And then we're looking at that downward trend in temperatures next week we've been talking about. Still, it's the question of how cold does it get? Probably below normal, but will it be an Arctic blast or just cooler air? Below normal temperatures, though, either way, it looks like for the middle and later part of next week. But here's just showing a comparison of the overnight runs from the American model, which had us in the teens, to the European model, which has us barely getting above 0 by next Friday. So we're talking about a week from Friday, still 9 days out. Obviously, a lot could happen with that yet. Still relatively mild, though. Remember, the normal high is about 23. We continue to be about 9-10 degrees above that today. Cloudy skies, however, and the winds you're going to notice picking up through the day. Northeast winds about 15 to 20 miles an hour by the afternoon. Windy tonight with the snow falling. It'll be kind of that wetter variety of snow, not a totally powdery, dry, fluffy snow. And snow showers mostly through the morning tomorrow. Again, the accumulating snow really wraps up mid to late morning tomorrow. Most of it will fall before the morning commute. So that's why that morning commute tomorrow could be bad. We'll have 3 to 6 inches of snow by that point. And then a little cooler behind the system, 20s Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe back up to 30 ahead of that Clipper on Monday, but then potentially that colder air that moves in later next week. We'll be talking about the coldest we've seen this month anyway.